I have the force. Ever since I was a young boy, ever since I was a youngling and survived the wrath of Order 66, I have always dreamed of being able to control things with my mind. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to control things with my mind, be some kind of futuristic person, have some chips installed into my brain and become a half man, a half robot. I think I watched a little bit too many sci-fi movies growing up, and now it's just consumed my brain. But that doesn't matter. That's nor here nor there. But it seems that my dreams of controlling things with my mind might actually fucking be able to become true. They might be able to finally come true. And how so? Is with Elon Musk's Neuralink. So Elon Musk founded Neuralink back in 2016, and apparently the initial goal in 2017 was to make devices to help treat serious brain injuries, such as if you have no feeling from the neck, like the neck down and you're paralyzed, and then also at some point to be able to, the goal for human enhancement, which is you can bet your ass. You can bet your ass don't you want some of that fucking human enhancement. And it seems that there has been a massive development in Neuralink. Almost a couple months ago, Elon Musk did this tweet initially saying that the first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection. So, back in late January, they did their first pretty much human experiment, really. This is the first person ever to actually trial the Neuralink of them putting like a chip into their brain. And it seems that they were actually getting a reading with him being able to do certain things with the Neuralink that he wasn't able to do in the first place. And we all kind of waited a little bit, as we did hear that the surgery was successful and him getting the implant was successful, but we're all kind of sitting around, well, at least I was, or people that are really invested when it comes to, all the advancements, really, that we're making in technology with, AI recently, and now with Neuralink, we're all kind of waiting, and we're wondering, it's just when are we going to see what, actually is happening with this? What kind of things is this person able to do that they weren't able to do beforehand? What is this Neuralink helping this person to do? Well, today we have gotten our first look at what Neuralink is able to do, just some of its beginning capabilities, because obviously this is going to be a developing thing. They're just pretty much just scratching the surface at this point. Where Neuralink today, they went live for about 10 minutes. It was with this guy here. So the person on the left is one of the engineers for Neuralink. His name is Bliss, and then he's with a man on the right who is basically pretty much the test subject. I mean, there's no other way to say it. But this guy, his name is Nolan. He's the first person ever to receive a Neuralink, and when he introduced himself, he said that he developed a C4C5 accident where he was in a diving accident, and it caused his C4 and C5 to pretty much just dislocate. And if you don't know where your C4 C5 is, it's one of the higher discs that are in around the top of your neck here, and if you damage those, you are basically paralyzed from the neck down, which is what he is. He has no feeling and no sensation whatsoever from the shoulders down. He's pretty much completely paralyzed from the shoulders down, which is it's so many people over the years have gotten these injuries. The C4 and C5 injury is a very, very terrible thing to have. Even if you're just someone who has a L4, L5, something a little bit lower, you can't feel your legs. But once it gets higher, the higher it is, the less shit you're going to be able to feel or do with your whole entire body. This guy is pretty much a complete paraplegic. He's been like this for many years. I can't remember exactly when he said that he got this injury, that he did the diving accident, but he's been paralyzed for many, many, many years now. And in this live stream, they just showed off some of the simple things that Neuralink has been able to help this man do so far. And even though it's only simple, it's fucking incredible. To me, it's unbelievable. So you can go watch the whole entire 9-minute stream. It's on Twitter so if you just go on Neuralink on Twitter, you can watch the whole entire thing there. Majority of it is just them basically. He was talking about his accident, and then he's talking about Neuralink, and then they just kind of chatting a little bit about how amazing this technology is and certain things that he's been able to do. But the one thing that they showed off in this video is him being able to control the mouse on his computer with his fucking mind. With the Neuralink that's in his brain. It's to me, that's it. That's insane. It's fucking incredible. Like, you could see it here during this whole entire stream that's going on. He's playing chess, which he said that he wasn't able to do like he has before. He'd had to use like certain other technology, but now he can control the entire mouse with his brain and is able to play chess with his mind and control his entire computer just by thinking. That is crazy. That is absolutely fucking insane. He also talked in the live stream as well about how previously with the older technology that he wasn't able to play certain games. Like, he's a big Civilization fan, which I fucking love, because I love Civ, like Civ 5 and Civ 6. I never played Civ 4 when I was younger, because that came out many years ago. But Civ 5, Civ 6, I fucking love. And he said that because of this Neuralink, he's able to play like Civilization 6 because he wasn't able to previously play it because some of the old technology just wasn't able to, like, wasn't able to keep up with the type of game that it was. But now, due to Neuralink, he's able to do so many more things. And then in the reply as well, Elon Musk tweeted out, which doesn't surprise me. Of course, he's going to speak out about this. And he says that the long term, it is possible to shunt the signals from the brain motor cortex past the damaged part of the spine to enable people to walk again and use their arms normally. That is fucking amazing. Like, to me, that is incredible. And I can understand why so many people are very hesitant about stuff like this coming out. And like, some people are very scared and scarce about certain things, which is kind of understandable. But it's mainly because this is a technology, something that we've never seen before in human history. And to be honest, it's something that we never really thought that we'd get for a long time. Like, do you guys remember back in like the 80s? Like, just look at Back to the Future 2. Remember back in like the 70s and 80s where, we thought like, oh, in 30 years time, there's going to be flying cars and this and that, fucking this and that. But really, in 2024, we're kind of just like, the technology has grown, but not as much as like they thought back then. But really, the rate that technology is like going at now, fuck, Cyberpunk 2077 is fucking around the corner. 2077's not that far. I think we might actually get human enhancements, and Cyberpunk 2077 might actually happen by the fucking year 2077. I'm not bullshitting. The shit. And the rate that this stuff is advancing at, it can be quite scary. But for someone like me who loves futuristic technology, even since I was a little, like ever since I was younger, like I remember in high school, one of the first things that I wanted to be, like, before being pretty much fucking nothing, but one of the first things that I inspired to do before I studied game design was that I wanted to be a product designer. So I wanted to be a product designer. And with that, one of the things that I was very intrigued by, not like this kind of technology, but I remember when I was younger and I started seeing concepts about, before Apple Watch even like was a thing. I remember back in like 2012 and stuff like that, I used to do a lot of research and used to go online and look at like what certain engineers and designers are designing and like looking into and thinking like what kind of technology is possible. And that always fucking interested me, is seeing the future of technology growing. And I always looked forward to like, how far technology could be pushed. And to see something like this, to me, is fucking crazy. I think it's fucking unbelievable. Another thing that's like unbelievable to me, so I went on their website as well. So this is the implant that gets put into like, the person's brain, which to me, it looks really simple, but there's no way that this is simple whatsoever. It's obviously complicated as fuck. But so this part of the Neuralink is called the thread, right? And apparently the threads of the implants are so fine, they have to get this thing to do it. They have to get a fucking robot to implant the threads into like the human subject, pretty much. That's all I can think is the human subject, because of how fine some of the threads are. And there's like this small ass needle that's like on the tip of this fucking surgical robot, which to me is just fucking mind blowing. But obviously, I gotta lighten up this video just a little bit instead of me just creaming all over how fucking great technology is. I saw a couple memes. I saw this one. This one was really funny, when your Neuralink chip gets hacked. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine, man? That, if all this stuff comes readily available and it's literally like Cyberpunk 27, we're all gonna have chips in our brains and all that kind of stuff. and whatever, is that imagine you get fucking malware in your chip and you get fucking, you know, just people putting ads in your brain. You're just walking down the street and all of a sudden you just see ads, just these pop-up ads just start popping up everywhere, all over your fucking interface of your brain. That would be the worst thing ever. Imagine that. Imagine having to get like cyber security for your for your implant, which, I mean, to be honest, wherever there's technology, there's always going to be assholes out there that just want to ruin it for the rest of us. So there's definitely going to be some kind of malware or some shit if this becomes readily available to all the public. But right now, the way that it is, the way that they, you know, they are initially wanting to help people who have disabilities and are completely paralyzed, you know, from the neck down or even just the waist down where they can't feel their legs, and being able to give them, like, in the long term, being able to give them the ability to walk and move their arms like normal, and at some point, you know, completely bypass their injuries and just get them to have their feeling back in their legs, give them feeling back in their arms, and be able to move like a normal human and be able to live the life that they did beforehand. That to me is incredible. That to me is fucking unbelievable. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to those human enhancements, mate. I'm looking forward to those human enhancements. You can bet your ass, like I said, you can bet your ass Donnie's going to be on those human enhancements. I want to look like the DSX guy. The guy from DSX, I can't remember his name, but I want to look like him. You know, in Human Revolution, you know that picture where he's like, he's chilling back, and he's like smoking cigarettes. He's just got like the black arms, and he's just got the fucking glasses and shit, and he's just like, yeah, I'm him. That's gonna be Donnie. If it's possible, I want robot arms. Like legs, I don't really care about. Just robot arms. I give myself like big, like some nice like black fucking sick ass arms. Like how fucking cool would that be? That would be fucking sick. For me. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Let me know what you think about this down below. Like, are you looking forward to all this stuff? Are you a bit scared? Are you a bit hesitant? Man, I love technology. I love developing technology. So, man, I'm looking forward to it. Personally, I am. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Peace out.